Hello there, my crafty friends. Welcome to a Facebook Live with Dara Walter of Pickled Peppers Creative Cafe at pickledpepperscreative.com. Welcome. Today is Thursday, September 16th. Is that right? September 16th. And I am here for a crafty Facebook Live. My name is Dara Walter. Welcome. Come on in. So, how are you? Happy Crafty Thursday, or Happy Friday Eve, as I like to say, my crafty friends. I'm going to do a little housekeeping as we are waiting for people to find me in their news feed. So you'll see me moving around just a little bit, and it is because I'm getting their devices ready so that I can be sure I see what I'm showing you. So I see my friend Susan has popped on. Hi, Susan. Happy Crafty Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, hello. So when you pop on, say hello. Let me know that you're here, where you're from, how you're doing, how your week has been, what plans you have for the weekend. I'm nosy. Yeah, whether or not you've been crafty, let me know. I love it. I see my tech guy here, aka Mr. Walter. He is here. Hello there, Mr. Walter. I see my friend Julie is watching. Thank you so much for being here, Julie. Hi, happy Friday Eve. You know what? I am going to tell you that I am super excited. I am always excited for the weekend, and even more so now. I had been staying at home and working from home, and just recently I've gone back to the office, so I never knew how much I was missing Friday Eve and Friday and the weekend, but I'm super missing it now. Oh, Julie says, not crafty, but love to see you be crafty. I love to be crafty for you, Julie, and I am more than thrilled that you show up to be crafty with me. You guys know that you keep me going, so it's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. But I'm going to give you excuses to be crafty, Julie, so I hope so. I have a super cute project for you tonight. Susan says, what a beautiful day today. Susan, it is gorgeous. And I think when I was driving home, I have one of those little temperature things on my mirror that lets you know what the current temperature was or is. And it was 70s, something like that. And very sunny, beautiful day. I wish I had been able to play all day. And hello there, my friend Amy popped on. Hi, Amy. Happy Friday Eve. Amy has been painting. Amy has been painting quite a bit. Amy, has just started painting and discovered it, and she's been sharing some of her very cute projects. So happy Friday Eve. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, hello. All right, so we've done enough chatting. Tonight's project it's an easy one, but you know, it can look intimidating on the surface. But you guys, I'm going to show you a super cute new fun fold. We're going to use some paper from the Bration catalog, and so I'm going to show you that, and we're going to get creative, right? And then you're going to get creative because you're going to create what I create. Let's go ahead and turn down. We'll get started. Let's see. I might have you on a little bit of a bumpy ride today. Gotta move over just a bit. I think I connected wrong here. Let's disconnect for just a moment. Okay, I hope I don't make you guys fall. There we go. Actually, I don't know. I need to be able to point down. And this is not where it's supposed to be. All right, let's go ahead and turn you down. See if I can get you in a good place on my desktop here. We might have to scoot over. Let's scooch over a bit. Okay, and we'll scoot up a bit. We'll hook back up here so I can see you on my other device. All right, so I think we're in a good spot. One moment, you guys. Kind of wonky here. My light is in a weird spot. Okay. All right. Does that look good, you guys? Give me a thumbs up if we're looking like we're in a good spot. I think we are. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. I just want to make sure that I can see what I'm showing you, so I'm not off of camera and I think that I'm on. So the designer series paper that we're going to be using tonight is from the Celebration catalog. It is called Beautifully Penned. I thank you, Susan, for the thumbs up. I like it because it's all black and white, so I might have actually shown you this before, but the entire pack, let's go ahead and take it out. I don't do so good thumbing through when it's still in the package, so let's go ahead and take it out, and then I'll give you a little bit of a preview as to what's in it. So it's double-sided, flowers in all black and white, and the reason that I love it is that you can add a pop of color to the black and white, and you can make it whatever you need it to be. So it looks like, let's see, I pulled the top two pieces off. It looks like there's maybe 12 sheets of designer series paper here, and it looks like it's going to be 3 each of 4 different designs, I think. Did I get that right? 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, you guys have to help me. It has been a long week. My brain is fried. I'm not working. Oh no, it looks like 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4. Maybe I used a little. Yeah, okay. So there's 4 each of 1, 2, 3 designs. It's still 3 times 4 is 12, right? Just a little bit off. So we're going to be using this designer series paper, and like I said, it's all black and white. It's double-sided. It is in the Celebration brochure, which means, if you don't know what Celebration is, it's a promotion that Stampin' Up has. This is the first year. We've had it twice in a year. We have it at the beginning of the year, and then we have our second Celebration now. But the little Celebration brochure is filled with products that you can get for free just for shopping. If you needed adhesives or cardstock and your total came to a minimum of $50, then you get to pick from items in the catalog. So there is our Beautifully Penned. I see my friend Marie is here. Hi, Marie. Happy Friday Eve. Thank you so much for being here. So excited. You guys, I'm excited to show you tonight's project. So we're using the Beautifully Penned, and I neglected to say that it matches the hand penned products, and I think they're in the main catalog. So there's that. Oh, before I put this away, let me tell you too, it's a bit of an announcement. I'm skipping ahead because Celebration goes through the end of this month. So it will be over in a couple of weeks. So I want to make sure that I share with you that it's still going on. So if you're shopping at all with Stampin' Up! In my online store, you're getting free product at a minimum $50 threshold. Another thing that is going on is if you have a large enough order, to place, something to consider is purchasing the starter kit. The reason that it's a great deal, it's always a great deal, but you get $125 in product for only $99 with free shipping. And as long as Celebration is going on, so through the end of this month, you also get to pick a free bundle from the mini catalog, which is why I had it sitting here. But if you have a Celebration brochure, It's on the last page. So there's a list there that shows you all of the stamp sets or stamp bundles that you can get for absolutely free. Oh, Julie is exactly right. Julie said it's a great time to join. It's totally worth it. If you are a shopper and your order is large enough, it is a great deal. So any of these bundles you get to get for free, plus $125 worth of product for $99, free shipping. So it's a good deal. I just wanted to make sure that I told you about that. And then this is our mini July through December catalog. So the bundles would be in this catalog. If you are not working with a demonstrator and you need a catalog, hey, throw me a comment in the comment section and I'll be sure that you get one. Or if you want to see a digital copy of the catalogs, you can pop on over to my online store and you can see everything there in the digital form. And I will modify the description above so that that information is there if you would like to do so. All right, so shall we get started creating? I am going to, now there are a lot of busy little instructions here, so I am going to be sure to modify the description above with the dimensions for tonight's card, because you see all the little pieces, and so I've gone ahead and actually cut them all out before we went live tonight, because you don't want to see me cutting. You don't want to see me cutting forever. So I've gone ahead and cut the pieces out. I will rattle off the dimensions for the cuts that I've made, but I will put them in writing so that you're able to recreate tonight's card if you so choose, and I hope that you so choose. So let me tell you what we have. I hope that I have it here. What we're doing is called a Dutch door card. And so it's really fun. It's super simple. Nothing complicated about it, but there are a few little pieces here. I see my friend Beth is watching. Hi Beth, happy Friday Eve. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, hello. Come on in. We're just getting started, Beth. So you're just in time. So it's called a Dutch door card. We have a card base, which is cut to 4 1/8 by 9 inches, and then it is scored at 5 1/2. So let's go ahead and fold it now while we have it out, and use our handy dandy bone folder, because you guys know how I preach to you about having nice tight folds so that your project lays as flat as possible. Especially with this particular project, it is a little bit thicker, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So you're going to want it, if you're mailing it, you're going to want it to be as flat as possible. All right, we have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 7/8, so it's a kind of a funky fold there, or funky size. 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. We have a Just Jade matte that is 3 1/4 by 3 7/8. We have a piece of designer series paper that is 3 by 3 5/8. We have our Dutch fold, which makes our kind of gate fold. This is basic black. This piece of cardstock is 2 by 8 1/4, and on each end I've scored it at 2 1/8 of an inch. So I scored it at 2 1/8, and I just flipped it over on the scoreboard on the trimmer and scored it again. And then I used I'm going to show you these two. So I have a couple of rectangle die cuts. One is in basic black, one is in basic white, and it is from my favorite die set of all times. Okay, I know I say it a lot, but this is actually, if you know me and you've been crafting with me, you know that I have used this quite a bit, because look at how versatile it is. Look at all of the little different pieces that you get here. So you get all of these rectangles, they are layering and they are stitched, and you get all of these little goodies as well. So I use this a lot. Tonight's no different. Here it is, Stitch So Sweetly it's called. So that's where these two came from. And then I have a couple of little bits here. The little cardstock is 1 3/4 by 1 7/8, and I have 2 of those. And then I have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and it is 1 1/2 by 1 5/8. Phew! Were you guys keeping track of all that? Were you writing it down? We're gonna have a test at the end. I'm just kidding. My test is I'm gonna share this with you. All right, so let's get started building, shall we? Oh, you need to know the stamp set that we're using, don't you? I'm gonna share that as well. This is what I am using. It is called Flowers of Friendship, and it's actually a bundle. I used the punch as well, so it comes with a coordinating punch, and the punch coordinates with the flowers and the leaves here. But some cute little sayings. Many thanks from all of us. This is my absolute favorite, and I'm using it tonight, and I use it all the time. But it says, little card, big thanks. That's enough of a sentiment by itself. I love it. And then thank you for everything, a couple of flowers. These flowers are all actually on one stamp set. Let me show you if you don't have this. So this is kind of cool. I don't use it a lot, but I do like it. So that's what's in the stamp set that we're using in the bundle. And we're using both. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our card assembly. Let's start with the card base, and I am going to use Stampin' Seal Plus to add the little gatefold mechanism to the main card. I just want to make sure that it sticks really, really good and it doesn't fall off. And then for everything else, I'll use just regular double-sided adhesive. So this is that 2 inch by 8 1/2 inch piece that I scored at 2 1/8 on each side. I'm gonna go ahead and fold and burnish both of those ends. Get them to fit down nice and tightly. There we go, with my nice new bone folder. All right. So I'm going to open it up and add Stampin' Seal Plus along the edges here, just on the inside. So these are doors, so I don't want any adhesive there, but just in that center section, like that. You see that? That's kind of where we want that. And then we're done with the Stampin' Seal Plus. We'll move on to regular adhesive, but I'm going to take the bottom edge. So let me show you actually. There are 2 flaps here on our card base. We're gonna take the longer of the 2. Can you see that? The longer of the 2, and we're gonna position it right on top of that center section. That's the part we want to adhere. So I am going to, before I stick it down really good, I'm just going to hover over, stick it down just a little bit. I want to make sure that my doors are going to fold over nicely. See that? Okay, there we go. That's the hardest part about this whole card. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? So there we go. There are some little peekaboo doors for us. All right, next, let's see, we'll do our stamping last. Next, why don't we go ahead and, this piece of basic white is for the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and add some adhesive, and we will adhere that to the inside. One more pass, there we go. And then we'll just kind of center it, leave a nice border around all of the sides of it. And you know that I don't really measure unless I absolutely have to. So I'm good with just kind of eyeballing it. That's good enough for me. Let's see. Okay, starting to come together. Why don't we why don't we do the smaller? So we're gonna do the doors. And we'll take our piece of designer series paper and we will adhere it to the Just Jade cardstock. So you see how I said adding a pop of color to black and white? You could put literally any color that you wanted on this card because it's black and white and have it look good. You could use the Gorgeous Grape. That's one that I like using quite a bit. You could use Bermuda Bay. That's one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Colors of all time. So you could use that. Melon Mambo. You could use probably any of the Stampin' Up! Colors and have them look good. And this is just a personal choice, but when I am using pops of color with black and white, I tend to like the brighter colors. But you could use almost any color. You could even use the neutrals, I think would look good. The soft suede, I think against black is handsome. That's a dashing and handsome combination. I think that would be pretty good. Okay, let's add a little adhesive here. What's your favorite Stampin' Up! Color? Does anybody have a favorite Stampin' Up! Color that's like your go-to? I don't know. Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, all of the pinks, but the Melon Mambo and the Polished Pink, because I like really bright. I like jewel tones, so those are some of my favorites. Okay. So here are our little doors. Whoops, here we go, on the front. See how we're kind of shaping up there? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the larger pieces, and they're for the top front of the card. So let's adhere. The designer series paper. Let's see, what other colors do I have? Oh, I was telling you guys early how, thank you, Susan. I was telling you how I am back in the office now, and for the last year and a half, actually more than a year and a half, I had been working from home. But I got a mandate to go back into the office a couple of weeks ago, so I've been working in the office. And the funny thing, so there are the obvious things about going back to work or working from home that you know would think of, but I am starting to notice some of the things that I really miss from working at home, or going to the office. Actually, one of the things that I miss is not wearing socks. I love socks, and I have like a million pairs of socks, and I have all sorts of colors and designs of socks. I just collected them. Living in the house with all guys, they used to steal my socks when they were white. So I started getting really funky colors, bright pinks, and things that I know they wouldn't steal. But being at home, I haven't had to wear socks because my go-to is flip-flops. Well, now I'm having to wear socks again, and I'm having to do a whole lot more laundry because I have uniforms, of course, that I have to wear, surgical scrubs to work. And when I was home, I could throw on a pair of sweatpants and not have to worry about it. So yeah, I was going to tell you that earlier. Okay, so let me show you the stamps that we're using. I'm using the large flower stamp here, and then again I'm going to use that little card, big thanks sentiment, and then I'm going to use the larger flower here. So I've gone ahead and mounted those. So let me show you what I've done with them, or what I'm doing with them. Let's see if I have a piece of scrap. I have a piece of scrap here. I don't. That's okay. Let's go ahead and, oh, I don't need my Stampin' Pierce mat. Here, we're good here with the grid paper. All right, and then I'm using the black Memento. If you need a good black ink, Memento is a true black, and it stamps good all of the time. It's my favorite black ink. So I'm using that, and I'm going to ink up my flower here. The entire, actually, let's do the sentiment first. I'm gonna put that on the top of my die cut. That way I know exactly where I wanna put the flower. So let's go ahead and ink up the sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it right at the top here. Let's try not to get my head in your way. Right on the top. There we go. Now let's bring the flower back in. Ink it again. And I'm going to stamp right off the bottom, but just kind of turn it to the side here. Center it. So some of it is hanging off the side, and that's okay. That's my favorite way to stamp, is so that it looks a little willy-nilly. It looks handmade and loved. That's my favorite thing. Yes. I work in, Susan says, you mentioned surgical scrubs. What do you do? I work in a medical office. The good thing is that I get to sit at a desk all day and fill prescriptions. So, but I have to wash them, and that's an added dimension to my laundry, which is okay. It's okay. I'm all right with it. Okay. Next, I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of the Just Jade, and I am going to stamp it with that larger flower, and then we're going to punch it out. Let's see. Let's turn it this way. Let's do a couple of them. I'm not exactly sure. All right. And I'm stamping on the Just Jade with the black Memento. And I'm going to use the punch and punch it out. I like to punch upside down so that I'm able to see exactly where I'm punching. There we go. Oh no, I need this again. I need a, let's see. Oh no, let's go ahead and roll with this. All right, so here we go. I am going to, yeah, let's go ahead and cut the other flower out. We'll use both of them. That's what I'm going to do. Kind of line it up here. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm gonna layer those. I think I like the way they look layered a little bit better. So let's, I want to cover up this flower, and one of them is not going to do the trick. So I'm going to need to kind of layer them. So that's why I'm going to use both of them. And I'll add a little bit of adhesive to the center here. And I will overlap them, but I'm gonna stagger them so it makes a wide flower there, like that. And then I'm gonna pop it right over that stem using a Stampin' Dimensional. So let's go ahead and grab that. All right. Can I get away with that? I think so. There we go. Okay, and then last, I am going to bring in some basic rhinestones. Let's Let's grab a pair of scissors here. And let's see if I have big ones. I think I've used all of the big ones. This is kind of a medium one. And I will pop it right in the center of my flower. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the card up. So remember, we have our two little hidden doors here, right? And then you would stamp your sentiment. I'm going to leave it blank, but you would stamp your sentiment on the inside. So let's attach the smaller basic white circle to the, circle, rectangle, to the basic black. And I'm just using regular double-sided adhesive. Kind of center it here. There we go. And then I'm going to place it right in the center of the card here. So I want to make sure all of my doors are closed so that I have one solid card front. And then it lets me know where to center this. You see that? So that's kind of how we're going to do. However, when we go to adhere it, I only want dimensionals on the top half because we don't want to seal the whole thing closed. So let's go ahead and flip it over. I'll put a couple there. And I will put a couple of more here of the Stampin' Dimensionals. That should be good. Let's peel off the backing. And close all of our little doors, kind of find the center of our card. There we go. And there is our finished card. What do you think? It looks complicated, doesn't it? But it's a lot easier than what it looks. Thank you, Susan. Oh, look at the little jack-o'-lantern. Thank you. I think it is super, super cute. Do you guys like it? I think, like I said, the black and white paper, designer series paper, will allow for just about any color that you would want to use to accent it, or you could leave it all black and white. Thank you guys for the likes and the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amy says she has this paper. Yes, this paper is amazing. Something else you could do with it is if you have Stampin' Blends markers, or even if you have the regular Stampin' Write markers, you could color. You could totally color. And you could even color on this busy. You could color the little flowers in if you wanted to. You could totally do that. And then I'm a fan of polka dots. So there's polka dots there too. Really, really cute. Thank you. You know, they will, Susan says she couldn't keep up with the dimensions, but will they be written somewhere? Absolutely, Susan. I will go back. So if you check back within the next 24, I'm probably going to do it when I'm done here over dinner, but I will write the dimensions and put them in the description above so that you'll be able to recreate it. Absolutely. Marie, thank you so much. Thank you. I think it is a super simple and cute little card. And you know, I like things that do, I like cards that do things, do things other than the normal fold. And this one does, and I'd been wanting to try it. And of course I was going to share it with you guys. Who else would I share it with other than my crafty friends? I definitely, if anything, I am going to enable you and take you on the ride with me as I craft. So I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for the love and the hearts. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so very much. And it encourages me to come back and continue creating with you. Julie, you're absolutely right. Julie said you could put a picture inside. You could totally make this giftable, don't you think? I think you are absolutely right. Yes. You could totally put a picture inside. I think that would be cute. Or you could put pictures on the inside here, I think. Totally, totally, totally. All right. Well, let's go ahead and turn up so we can say good night. There we are. It's starting to get dark outside. There we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so very much for being here tonight. Thank you for allowing me into your lives for an evening to create with you and to share crafty projects with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. And then fantastic weekend. I will be here again with you next Thursday at 7:15 p.m. to share more crafty with you. And don't forget, I'll modify the description above with the dimensions and a link to my online store and that. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a fantastic weekend. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.